hope everybody's doing well today. It's Sunday, September 25th, and always wonderful to have these Virtua Fighter Sunday lunchtime, Sunday brunch. Obviously, we do Akai's Virtua Fighter Open League, and it's a lot of fun. We do our podcast, and that's a lot of fun as well. And I think Akai's going to also be doing kind of a VF talking type of stream on, I think, on Mondays. So that's going to be awesome when they start doing that. At least that's what I think they're planning. We'll see. Right now I'm just doing my normal setups for Twitch, so I got to set the game back to Virtua Fighter because it doesn't do that automatically. I've had a good week, but I haven't been able to play VF like I wanted to this week. So the last time I played VF was in the Team Battle Tournament, which we'll talk about later, and that was a lot of fun. That was on Sunday after the league, and yeah, we'll talk more about that later. But I wish I was able to play more VF this week. I've been wanting to kind of help train some players and have some time with them, but this week it's been all house projects. Last week is like that as well, so I'm just busy with changing carpets. It's an opportunity to redo a lot of shelf space and a lot of reorganizing in the house. So I was just busy with that. And if I don't take care of that, I will not have a happy life, because I will not have a happy wife if I don't take care of those things first. One moment, I'm going to turn some lights on. That said, when it comes to arcade parts, this has been a very exciting week. Just 2 days ago, the first people started getting their new Victrix Pro fight stick. A lot of people know that's one of my very favorite sticks. It is my favorite retail stick. So sticks made for retail, that's my favorite one. But you know, I also love the Versus case by Arcade Stick Indonesia. Those two are like my favorites. And then there's legendary sticks that I really have in high regard, and I love those as well, you know. Virtual Stick High Grade's always got a huge place in my heart. But, again, the Victrix Pro FS finally started shipping. The ones that were pre-ordered in August, they've been shipping, and people are getting them. I actually got one of the new ones. I've got a white one coming in. It arrived. I'm going to do an unboxing video of that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got a lot of unboxing videos in the queue. I'm going to be doing a video about gamer finger buttons very soon. So, right now, let me see if I can reach out to Akai. And I think I saw Arumajiro Toto was in here, so that's amazing. I'm so happy. Yeah, that's Arumajiro Toto. Awesome. Alright. Akai's doing their thing. Akai, are you showing up offline? Nope, you're here. Good. I gotta turn the volume down. Last time it caused lag. Hey, Akai.
Hey, Chanchai. How are you doing?
I'm doing very, very good. Good to be in here. Sorry, I'm just barely on time.
Oh, no, we have about 15 minutes. It started at 1 o'clock, so
okay.
We still have 5 spots left open. And if there's this person who still wants to join, I can always give up my spot. I'll be a little sad, but that'll be fine. As many people play.
Indeed. So yeah, I just told my stream that I haven't been able to play much VF this week, but just lots of cleaning. But I had an awesome time in the team battle. There's some interesting events we'll talk about later in the news. And yeah, that said, there's been some interesting topics on VF that I've talked to different people about. So one was like I'd given like advice to one of the Vanessa players that plays in the league regularly. I gave him the advice that I've always brought up, that there's a tricky thing when you're learning VF through Vanessa or Leifei, and that is how much the opponents have to play around your game or around your tools. In the case of Vanessa, she has more good attacks from a disadvantaged situation than almost anybody else in the game. And so even though we know as VF players that Vanessa has a really awesome throw game on top of those Sabakis, on top of some fast attacks, on top of they also have low throws, they have two really good move lists. So what's the problem? The problem is when you're learning VF through Vanessa, you might not be seeing how powerful like Nitaku is for other characters when they play other matchups that don't involve Vanessa, right? And you really don't see how powerful throw is actually. And this is why a lot of Vanessa players do play very strong at pretty much every level before advanced. And then some of them, when they develop, hit a wall. And part of that wall is that they're just kind of doing attacking and blocking, which is what they're used to doing in many fighting games. And so they don't realize how strong the throw is, but they also don't understand what the opponent really is wanting to do when they're not fighting against Vanessa. And so it kind of limits your perspective. And so what I recommended to the Vanessa player was, I really think it will help you if you take the time to learn another character, not to abandon Vanessa, but just to kind of understand like why Nitaku is so strong in this game, but you just don't see it when you fight as Vanessa, you know? And then also kind of learning like why your throws are actually really good, but you might not be seeing those opportunities for throws because you're playing a character like Vanessa. So, you know. So, it's interesting topics. Anyway, sorry, it's a long rant, but I thought it was a cool point. So I think it's one of those things that helps people develop. But this player is a very strong player, and I told them they're very strong. They have a lot of skills. It's just that I think it might be the time for them to kind of add to the perspective by looking through the lens of some of the other characters in the cast, just for a little bit.
No, I appreciate you talking, so it allows me to do other stuff while the stream is going.
Yeah.
And provides nice insights that people maybe can be helpful to others.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I do got to work on my being humble as well. So, because I definitely get like a tall soapbox on VF sometimes, but a lot of people ask me questions, so that's my 2 cents. The case for Lei Fei is very quick and simple. It's just that Lei Fei is kind of the Eddie Gordo of this game. He's got a lot of strings that can confuse a lot of people that are developing, and so he has a lot of knowledge checking that's just inherent in his game, and that's fine. But then the Lei Fei player hits the barrier when they start dealing with people that have an answer to all of those knowledge checks, you know. And then it becomes a very. But I have huge respect for the Lei Fei players that tough through that period and then get to that advanced level and do lots of really good stuff with Lei Fei, including setting up wall damage. So, yeah. Let's see here. Another theme this week has been telling everybody how important it is that when you get to those barriers, those walls that where you feel stuck, it's really important to, at some point, it becomes really important to learn the option selects. We're not saying that the beginners need to do this. We're not saying you need to do this like before level 25, before rank 25. But when you get to about rank 25, you're really gonna want to start working on fuzzy guard and evade throw escape and evade crouch dash even, but mostly so that you understand what your opponents are doing and that you start to develop countermeasures for it. But you're still playing the same VF, but when people start doing that option select defense against you, you're going to need to have practice, have training and time invested in how to beat it, and also how to do it. It would be very good. So, but ranks. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, people ask about like, do ranks matter? And to me, it's not so much that whether they matter or not. It's just that they're a good tool. So think of them as just like a tool that you can use or ignore. But what rank does help with is it does indicate at least a minimum amount of time that you've put into the game. So by rank 25, you've played a lot of VF, and so maybe it's a good idea to start working on certain techniques that's a little more advanced. And then, by rank 35, you've played a whole lot of VF, and it becomes a good idea to really master a lot of different types of techniques. So that's where ranks can be very useful for you as a player, but you don't have to put so much value of your worth in the ranks. It's just more like it's a tool to help you. It can help you read opponents, and it can help you set some objective goals, some development goals, like skills that don't necessarily are win focused. They're about mastery, and this game really will reward you if you take the time to lose a lot of matches mastering techniques, but it takes a while to turn those into wins. All right, I'll let you go, and I thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Let's see. We have 2 more matches before we start the league. So any last minute people who want to join, we still have 3 spots left. Password is 0925. So Chanchai usually is with me chatting about VF, especially in between leagues. During the actual league matches, Chanchai and I will split up. So if you want to watch from Leon perspective, go check out Chanchai's stream. I usually just use Trish main just to organize the room so that people who want to join know what time people can come in and leave. Thanks Major also for the follow. So usually we've been trying to make it a little bit more organized so that in the first intermission between the first and second league, we'll go over recent events and upcoming events. And then the second intermission is just a little bit more anything goes via topic. This time I'm going to let Chanchai do the most of the talking. We're going to go over about his experience with the online 3 versus 3 team tournament. Alright, and we have 1 more match before we begin the league. Okay? So I got to play a lot of rank on Friday night at my local venue.
Yeah, you played on a very nice connection, right?
Yeah, it was a fiber, so...
Wow.
At my house it's on fiber too, so it's nice doing that. So there was a little wait time on Friday night, so that was good. Usually I have a very hard time finding matches during Sunday morning, Sunday, or before the league starts. So that's good.
So funny thing, I'm doing these side kicks, and when they block it, I'm doing fuzzy, but fuzzy doesn't work. So if you're able to, but the range is the tricky part.
Yeah, one thing that we don't really talk much about, at least in the BFDC wiki, and when we try to teach people basic stuff, is distance is very important to a lot of these frame techniques that we talk about. It's actually something that I have a lot of trouble working on. And that's something that we'll now pay more attention to the range after certain strikes hit and or misses.
Yeah, the distance is really, really important, and it's a big differentiator at ring 25 and up, actually. And like a lot of times the Japanese players are going to look for how good your spacing is, because at the higher level it's that much more critical.
Alright, and so we're going to begin the league now. 13 players, that should about be 40 to 50 minutes long.
Alright, good luck in the league, everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. Arumajiro is a huge favorite, but I'm so happy that they're here. I always enjoy these moments. So let's see here.
Alright.
All right. See you then. All right. LD Wells, thank you very much for joining us. Sorry if you feel forced to play, but I'm glad that you did, and I'm glad that we got to spar. But always happy to have you in here. Ice Wizard, always happy to have you here too. Man, I love the way you've been playing, especially in the team battle last week. Nice. Very nice. All right, Dalian, here we go. Lots of patience on their end, so let's try to do this now. I think I know what I want to do. Oh, your team was amazing. I thought they were the best team of the tournament. The team battle was so much fun. I definitely have a lot to say about you guys, in a good way. Let's see here. Man, such a good field. There's so many strong players, but also we got developing players too, and this is a really, really nice league. So a lot of everyone's going to get a lot of good experience. We've got 2 Pies, 2 Leons, a Vanessa, Aoi, 2 Akiras, 1 John, 1 Lao, and a Leifei, and a Brett. But Ice Wizard, you're playing awesome, just like I knew you would from a year ago. So, very nice. Very nice. All right. Everyone still needs work. Everyone still needs work. Even Tricky needs work. So everyone still needs work. That's what's awesome about, that's why we love this game. That's why we never got bored of this game. Like, this game gives a ridiculous amount of stuff to work on. Very nice. Alright. Very nice. Okay, good stuff. See, they're playing really good VF here. Alright. Hey, good game, DS City. You're getting a better feel for VF. It's really good stuff. Good thing with VF, there's always a point of attack. There's always something that can beat whatever the hell you're doing. And it makes the game more interesting. But it's not just that there's something. There's like a lot of things that can beat whatever. All the time. All the time. So this game will make you hit a lot of plateaus. And it will feel good when you overcome them. There's many reasons for the plateaus, and this week on Twitter I actually talked about one of the biggest plateaus. I talked about Jeffrey, and the plateau Jeffrey hits after they do strong like at low level, but at intermediate play Jeffrey hits one of the earliest walls. Why does Jeffrey hit one of the earliest walls? Because Jeffrey is very easy to fuzzy guard against and very easy to evade crouch dash against. Both of those work so good against Jeffrey. Does Jeffrey have answers to them? Yes. But he has to do like hard reads on him. He has to go, you're going to fuzzy guard, I'm going to low throw you. So Jeffrey ends up having to learn how to reverse Nitaku, get the opponent to want to throw them. So then Jeffrey might be encouraged to evade more and do things that's going to that get somebody the idea that they should throw Jeffrey. And then launch. That's one way. Another thing is basically Jeffrey wants to do indirect tactics. So that's one indirect tactic, which is baiting someone to throw you, launch them. Another is using spacing. So like you got backdash 2K, backdash into 4-3P. So you're using spacing traps and whatnot because you wanna get some good hits in. It's just that Jeffrey is so easy to fuzzy guard that playing like frame perfect VF is very awkward for Jeffrey when the opponent keeps doing fuzzy guard and evade crouch dash. This game, you also hit plateaus because of skill building. Yeah, I always forget that trap. Good. I thought I got him. He had enough frame advantage that's why it didn't work out. Because even though he evaded the jab, he had a lot of frame advantage. That was an epic battle, Combo Expert. Thank you so much. That was an awesome battle. I had so much fun with that. So much fun with that battle. Thank you very, very much. So in VF, we hit plateaus a lot. We also hit personal plateaus, sometimes because of tunnel vision is one of the biggest plateaus you hit in this game. And then opponents happen to be doing what it is that beats what you're tunnel visioned into. So you kind of feel like, oh, I've mastered this technique. I kind of want to keep using this technique. And everybody keeps doing the thing that beats that technique, right? That's one type of... but sometimes it's just that you're exhausted and you need a break. Sometimes you need a break because you're exhausted. Sometimes you need a break because of the tunnel vision. Nice. Nice. That was awesome. My timing was not as good as I thought. See? Beautiful, Punker. That was an awesome round. Alright. This is a good morning war round. Oh my gosh, I've screwed up again. Very good game, Punker. All rounds were so close. That was so much fun too. I know it's stressful, but that stress is the fuel in VF. So. That match was awesome, Combo Expert. Thank you. I'm glad you feel that way too. I really, really enjoyed that match. But as I've told everybody, you're the type of player that builds reads. Like, the longer and longer the set goes, like, the more powerful you become. It's really scary. So I love our matches so much. playing frame type options right now. So I think he correctly read that I was going to evade, but instead of throwing, he accidentally evaded himself. That happens a lot. Sometimes you're focusing on the read and you're under pressure, and then you're like, okay, he's going to evade, but sometimes you end up doing the evade yourself, and instead of like throw, right? I think that's what happened there. I think that was the last round was nerves. Yeah. Things like that happen. Yeah, I guess. Oh. Yeah, if you play online and you're surprised by the interactions, you're gonna be in trouble. You sometimes have to kind of not be surprised when those happens. But actually, you never are surprised, speech to me. So yeah, but sometimes also a player's late. So yeah. That's what it is. You deal. Just like, I'm so glad that when I went to a tournament, I brought 2 arcade sticks because one broke. Right? You know? And so, yeah. Yeah, so actually, on that topic, the thing is, when it comes to learning, even in martial arts, even in the game of Go, which is a very strict game, we have to separate rules from principles, right? And then we're not talking about moral principles. We're talking about principles of play. And so when you're talking about like theory on how to play better, principles are not as strict as rules. Principles are a guideline that situations can change. And so when you master a principle, it's also understanding the exceptions to that principle. And in VF, the frame data might feel that way, but online is a different environment, right? And so you have to... Very good. Nice. Man, they give Vanessa like a special type of bounce, I swear. Like they just it's not just that she's got like this like that she's got a huge frame and lightweight. It's like she has like a thing that makes her pop up more than normal, right? Or pop up like in a lot of situations. Oh, you're Muhammad Amr, is that true? Yes. Gotcha. Well, I do hope you have $300 to spend on anything, really, including essentials. Man, I can't believe that's not guaranteed. I think, yeah, I'm not going to comment too much on Mohammed. I had fun when I fought them, but it was very challenging. It was very challenging leg. It made it like I couldn't confirm. I had to predict a lot of stuff, and you know, it's a fun challenge in its own right. But yeah. But I think it's kind of the posts on VFDC or the Smack Talk that's really like, you know, like, huh, okay, you know. Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. With that connection, you cannot go for punish. You have to go for advantage, and it's different. Yeah, I tried, and it was like you watching me kind of eliminate what I can and can't do during that match, like having a mental list of what's not going to work at all. And also, I remember feeling like, okay, like evade is just out of the question because we're not even like, even like. Even if I'm -9, I feel like I can end up with a bad evade, you know. And so that was really like rough. That was so rough, like having to just, you know, and that's fine. It was just like I got to play a different VF without the evades. Yeah, you couldn't duck the P and launch. Like it just like you needed like 15 frames, you know. And so it was really hard. It's really hard when you don't have when you have to work with this margin of error called 15 frames. You're just like, what the hell? I have to act like I'm playing -15 all the time, which is awkward, you know. So, but it's both players being -15. I don't have that bad of a connection with Kyle VF. I do have a weaker connection, but it's like when Kyle VF and I play, we are still playing VF. It's lag VF, but we're playing VF. When I play against Mohammed's account, that is a very different thing. That is just like having to imagine like which string he's going to use from the start, you know? And like kind of going like, I think if I press low punch now, it's going to interrupt his string. You know, kind of thing. And it's really weird playing that way. Yeah, Kyle doesn't live in Egypt, so even if the connection's rough, I enjoy the matches I play with Kyle. I admit lag's a factor when we fight, but it's still fun VF. It's, you know, I have fun playing against like Mr. from EU, but we have crazy lag. But his game shows so much knowledge that at least you can kind of read it and play it. But it's rough, yeah. There probably is a town somewhere in the middle, somewhere out there called Egypt, by the way. In America, somewhere. Wouldn't be surprised. We have a lot of towns called Lebanon for whatever reason. You know, there's Lebanon, Oregon too. So, yeah, Cairo, Missouri. Well, the funny thing is, I also think cities that have like multiple. Right, like Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, and they're not far from each other, if I remember. So you're just like, why is there a Kansas City in Missouri? Because there is, you know. So, and then there's a Springfield, like in almost every state. Springfield, Oregon, Springfield, Massachusetts. I used to know a whole bunch of Springfields. Boy, here we go. Wish me luck. This is going to be so brutal. He's already watched me play in warm-up, so he's just going to already have a plan, like, attack my weakness. Watch how Arumajiro destroys me, okay? Watch that. Yes, got them everywhere. Meter? Sure, why not? Oh, okay. We have two. Your name's Mac, also Ice Wizard. Awesome. He's like, you're not gonna do that twice on me. I'm freaking Arumajiro. Yep. Basic. Thank you very much for it. Connection is fine. It's hard for him. Well, he's used to playing bad connection, so he's okay. Very good game, very good game. I tried the 2KK. That was a lot of fun. Arumajiro, Toto, thank you very much. That was such a fun battle. That was a lot of fun. I dropped inputs all over the last 2 rounds, but it wasn't because of the lag. The connection was actually fine. It was orange bar, but it was like very playable orange bar. So that was a lot of fun. It helped me more than it helped him. So, you know. Because Arumajiro is a legendary player. Legendary since the VF4 days. If you go on ranked, you will be unranked. So somebody will be there. Probably you. Come on, I thought I blocked that. Very nice. Okay. Akai's built-in delay is always tricky to fight, especially because it's against Pi. So Pi is a character that like just simply like outspeeding doesn't really do it. So the mix of tempo is so hard for me, especially when we're in this type of battle. Yep. Okay. And then if I misgauge spacing like that, it's really rough. Like, it's really annoying, like, it's really tough. That's on me. Good game. Good game, Akai. Really, really good game. The other Leon is a legendary player from Japan. I think their team won like Kakuto Shinseki. They're legendary during VF5 and VF4 era, and they're still way up there. So Arumajiro Toto is, I think it's named after an anime character, and they've played Leon for as long as I know, because Yosuke told me to study Arumajiro Toto about 15 years ago. Arumajiro also, every Tuesday and Thursday morning, or about 11 a.m. your time, Nelly, on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, they do have an open room, and they do welcome international players. So the English speaking is fine in the room. Their stream has a different name. It's got VF3 in the name on their YouTube channel. That doesn't help because there's a lot of accounts with VF3 in the name. But I'll try to send you their YouTube channel's name. But Yeah, Arumajiro is a legendary player from way back in the day, and are still really good. And yeah, they're awesome. But yeah, they're playing from Japan. Yeah, space time when they get used, if they get better at seeing when the jab is evaded, it'll help because that's not the first time that I've like punished them by evading the jab and striking him when I came from small disadvantage. Oh, I thought I ducked that. I must have stood back up onto it. Good, good, you blocked. Alright, good game, Space Time, good game. Well, not gonna lie, EI Gary is the kind of move where players from other fighting games will think like, will flat out, just think that the game's over with that move. Why are you EI Garying first cues? I mean, EI Gary is definitely a game that would make VF seem broken. Everybody like from coming from other fighting games, people will think EI Gary is just ridiculously broken. So we have ways to deal with it, but the ways to deal with it are also hard. So get good at ducking, and get good at ducking is a huge skill in this game. Like that one is actually that's like the skill that I think you see top level players focus on more than anything is how well they duck and react from ducking from 2G. Yeah, you can always press down after blocking it. I agree. This game is totally about that. There you go. Very nice. It's not broken if you stand in guard. So, Akira's 9K is not broken if you stand in guard or if you interrupt it with a jab. So, I'm just glad that I was prepared for it. So, but I do think Setsuna did 9K a little too much in that game. But they did have that one big one where that set up the back turn body check. That was insane. So, yeah. Genesis Frenzy's gonna win this thing. We're gonna take second place. Arumajiro's an auto win. So that was a lot of fun though, Arumajiro. Where's my round count? Show me the round counts. Alright, Wells, let's do this. It's good to have you here, LD Wells, and yeah. Okay. I agree. Well, he's in the lead right now on that. So, because I lost twice. I lost to Akai and I lost to Akai and I lost to Arumajiro. One K's like range is so mean. It's what helps me in the Lei Fei matchup a lot. It actually helps me in a lot of matchups with people that use backdash. Nice. Good one, LD Wells. Very good. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. I love the guard thing, only because of... I think, especially in this game, like, evading would be really stupidly good. Like, too good. Because the risk is, like, a little lower too much. I actually think... I'm guessing it was a design decision that was made in testing. Because this game is a lot more forward-facing... And so what happens is basically, if people did strings and evade didn't do that auto thing, like you would evade it and you guarantee you were going to destroy them. And that's fine. But I like that I like the force situation checking. I really like the force situation checking with it. I think that's really cool. I would like it so that the lever doesn't trigger auto. I would like it if it was only buttons though, like only G, P, and K would cause an auto track. I think that would be what I would personally prefer. I would like it to be able to do movement, but you know, movement could be broken. It could be like you would just be fuzzing until the right move like whiffed, and then you launch them. You know, but yeah. All right, it's Sawi. I need to do other stuff. Yeah, I'm not going near that ring out. That's really dangerous to do against Leon. highs and lows are like what I love to use against Aoi. So again, Leon is able to do high, mid, and low launchers, and so that's why 1K is so strong against Aoi. And so the Aoi player has to, like, it's like forcing Aoi to reverse low. And after you force her to reverse low, then you can open her up to a lot of things, including throw. But then your mids are good. So mixing up, just Leon has a strong matchup against Aoi because of that. And because if she does do reversals and she does the wrong one, you get a counter hit. So that's like really huge. Oh, good game, Genesis Frenzy. It's a really rough matchup, like really evil matchup. Someone's spamming, that's what's going on. I was wondering what that sound was. Well, I enjoyed that very much. You know, congratulations for us on 2nd and 4th. Congratulations Genesis Frenzy on 3rd and Wells Fam on 5th. And especially congratulations Arumajiro on 1st place. I'm really glad that I got a 5-round game against Arumajiro. That was so much fun.
Yep, thanks for everyone for playing. We still want 2 more leagues after this. So if you can continue playing, please do so. If you can't, thank you. And for those who want to join in, password is 0925. Alright.
Yeah, this was, again, I had a lot of wonderful battles in this one, especially including the battle with you. Man, awesome win on you. You like 3-0'd me. So,
oh, thank you.
That was really, really good.
Friday night, I got to play against a lot of Leon players, Dez and Jinx, and so I was a little bit more prepared today.
Yeah, you did really good. So thank you very much for humbling me greatly. So that was a lot of fun.
Alright, let's get the information. Okay, everything's done, good, and we'll put myself on break, post things around.
I'm gonna take a quick drink. I'll be right back 1 minute. So.
Okay, alright. And so we'll start here and then we go. Okay, preparing 5 matches before we start the next league. Hey, welcome DK. Thanks for playing for those who were able to come and those who leave. So thank you Genesis Frenzy, Dario Yen, Wells Fam, and Armadillo for coming. Yep, thanks for playing at DSITD. Alright. So password 0925 for those who want to join. There we go, post this on Twitter now. So once we get things set up here, me and Chanchai will go over a little bit the recent events and upcoming events for this section's intermission. Alright. Go on to here.
Alright, I am back. Awesome to have DK Jackie in the room. I always enjoy fighting them.
I'm just taking a little time to get the players' names written down, and then we'll go over the events. So I think the last event there was the VF Takeover 3-on-3 team tournament, right? 5 teams.
Yep.
Your team, you and Tricky and Sisha got first place, right?
Yes. Yeah, we got first place, but it was a wonderful battle, and we actually got knocked into the losers bracket in the second match. So.
Okay. So I'll let you take the time to talk about your experience in the second intermission. Alright, let's see what's that. everyone written down here. Yeah. So let's see. There's been several events. Got them all listed somewhere here. Well, Friday, I guess with Silver Week, there's more BF Japanese events, and so there was a online 2-on-2 ladies tournament, which the team that won it was Shigeko and Tetsuko. Shigeko plays Pai, and Tetsuko plays Shun. Mm-hmm. And so I think there was 8 teams total. So it's nice to see more variety of players, and learn the arcade names of some of these players too. So I think the 2 highest ranking female players was Suiwan and Aoi, veteran player from BF2 days, and then also Hana Peko, a Vanessa player. I think both of them have a Stormlord rank. The Hana Peko's team with Aki, a Pi player, got 4th place, I think, and the team that had Suiwan and Migu, a Pi player, got 2nd. What else was there? Then there was first to 20 match battle between Assassin and Bushido, right?
Yeah, they had a big exhibition match that was like $300 to the winner. And, it's a rivalry between 2 friends who have been awesome members of KDQ and members of the Colorado scene. And, it was an epic battle. I heard that one went down to the wire. I wasn't able to watch it, but I will watch the archive. But I heard it was an awesome battle. I think Assassin won.
Yeah, it was 19-20. Just one by one match difference.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Dreyfe's in the room. Okay.
Yep. It's good to see him. It's actually 3 matches left. Yeah, it was actually... I saw some of the pictures. So this is an offline money match. And it's set like a very nice... It's pretty impressive looking, their setup that they had.
Yeah. Probably at Akihabara Arcade.
Yeah, at Akihabara Arcade. But they call it a trilogy because this was the third 3 sets of first to 20, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everything. There was also in Japan. It was kind of neat how they did this. Homestay, Akira, Yu, and Pomotaro. They were doing like a first to 10 also room. Basically, they were 3 on the same team, but then they just do a random dice roll. So the first two. So roll 1 and 2 is the homestay. 3 or 4 is maybe Yu, and 5 or 6 is a Pomotaro. So whoever show up, they just play against them randomly. So it's kind of neat. Different, make things a little unique and interesting.
So also, really quick, sorry, I'm going to interrupt, and this is going to jump on your news points really quick. But responding to my Twitch chat where there's confusion, DK Jackie was asking about if anybody watched Bay Area Cup last night. I did not, but I will definitely rewatch it because it's always fun to watch. Ice Wizard asked about VFR 2022. I believe they're talking about the same tournament, so which is played at Game Newton.
That tournament was the Tokyo Bay Area Cup. Team Pybra Produce won that. It was a team made up of Tokyo Jackie. Oh, apologies, my microphone came off. But it was a team made up of Tokyo Jackie, Bargo, and Kubinashi Rider. So you'll see
awesome.
You'll see Bargo and Kubinashi Rider's name a lot in these tournaments. They've been winning a lot of these Japanese events.
Yeah, I highly recommend watching these. The accounts you need to follow is like the VFR one. We'll try to post the link later on our YouTubes, but But I highly recommend watching tournaments like these. It's so much fun to watch. You get to see so many different characters too, and this one was a team battle. So yeah.
Especially with the for VFR events, you want to follow Ace for the Tokyo side, Game Mutant. Let's see if I can find that link.
It's while you're looking for that, I'll say it's really refreshing to watch the Japanese arcade tournaments just because they have lots of setups and they stream from like at least 2 setups. So what you end up watching is you watch a lot of different characters, a lot of variety in play. This is different from how we've been watching during COVID, because we've been watching from the perspective of a person running a room, and so when they run the room and they're not playing, then yeah, you get to see a variety there. But the type of variety you see is really refreshing when you watch a Japanese arcade tournament that's being recorded. Nothing like it. You're going to see all kinds of good VF, and you're going to see just a lot of stuff you don't even see in the online matches that much. That's really good stuff. I love watching those tournaments. And also, whenever Mike used to make compilation highlight videos of those events, of the ranking battles, those compilations are awesome. Highly recommended.
Yeah. So those were all the most recent events I had listed. But for those who are looking for more recent events upcoming, this Tuesday in the Orlando, Florida area, there's an offline VF5 Ultimate Showdown tournament hosted by Volcano Shed, who've been participating a couple times in the league session.
Oh man, I didn't know Volcano Shed was hosting this. That's amazing.
I'm not sure if he's hosting it, but he's the one who posted the information. He is actually going there. I see Montage FGC. I think that's the same Montage. He's going there, and right now with the 5 people there, there's a $505 current prize pool for it. So nice sum of money for those who participate in that offline tournament. So for those who might be in the Florida area or know someone who's from the Florida area, you might want to let them know about this. It's going to be happening Tuesday night. Right.
Yep, a good Florida man is a good VF Florida man. So, you should definitely go check that out if you can. That's awesome, and I hope Montage records it. So
tonight, there's also the online tournament hosted by Blitzball to celebrate his 250 episodes of VF Arena. There's right now 7 people sign up. I think you can still sign up for that if you want.
Yeah, also highly recommended. Blitzball Champ is a wonderful member of the community. He's always supported VF, and their rooms are always fun to play in. Just very pleasant, very fun, and lots of good chats.
And so the most big event that's happening is next weekend, which is the qualifiers for the online qualifiers for the Challenge Cup. This will be the second Challenge Cup for season 1. So we'll get to see hopefully they have a nice turnout. It's also the first one which they're going to do a 3-on-3 online team tournament for the younger generation, younger players. I don't think it's being streamed, but a lot of the Japanese players live stream anyway on YouTube.
Okay. So this is going to be one of those where we got to follow from different accounts. But that's really unfortunate because I do love it whenever they stream a Challenge Cup event. So.
Yeah. But after that qualifier, the strong Sarah player from Japan, he's hosting his Zodiac Cup. It's a 3-on-3 online team tournament. But the gimmick here is everyone has to have the same Zodiac. I think the Chinese Zodiac. So you have to be all the same age, or there's a 12-year difference between the players.
Yeah. So they're doing Chinese Zodiac. That is rough. Yeah. What year are you?
Me? I'm the year of the chicken rooster. So 41-year-old right now. So yeah.
I think I'm a year of the goat, so I'm like greatest of all time, you know.
Okay.
My daughter is a dragon,
though.
though.
Yourself that, Chanchai. Yeah. Oh, my niece is a dragon.
Yeah, my daughter's a dragon. Yeah.
Alright, so we have one more match, and we'll start this league for today. Second league of the day with 8 players. If you still want to join, the password is 0925. Just some quick other mentions. There's a lot of Japanese events. I can't keep up with them. But as for the North America side, we do have the defend the North side tournament for Ultimate Showdown. So far, I see 5 people sign up for it. I just saw Haya and Boring Fernie. He's a Shun player that I've seen participate in the league. So if you are living in the Northeast, that might be of some interest to you. There's also NEC, but I'm not sure if they allow sign up yet for the side tournaments. But that'll be in December. Anything else that you want to mention that I might have missed, Chanchai?
No, as far as I know, those are the events that I am aware of. So as far as the news goes, no, that's about as far as I know, aside from some of the smaller things that happen. But yeah.
All right, so we should be starting up soon. And so overall, did you enjoy your 3-on-3 team tournament?
I had an awesome time in it. I'm excited to talk about that in the next intermission, but it was a really good experience for both the competitive side of it, for the field that played and how they were playing in that event, and also even like, I intended to just have a fun team with developing players, just because I just wanted to focus on having fun with the event. And so there was Sisha was the first person I had recruited. Some of the players couldn't make it, but then so we were just stuck at like 2 people for a bit. And then on the day of the tournament, Tricky said they were looking for a team, so I said, well, I have a spot open. And so Tricky, we put Tricky on our team. And obviously, Tricky and I think, make a very strong combo for a team. But this tournament was incredibly competitive, and I'll talk about that later. And the matches were good. But I'm really happy to also say that for Sisha, they played very well. We did give Sisha some sparring and some like tips, and I think I'll talk about it later. But I think it helped them play better, and it helped them see more of VF. All right.
Sounds good.
Good luck, and I'll see you after the... Yep.
Okay. See you later. Talk to you later.
Alright. Okay, Space-Time, here we go. I am so glad, again, Space-Time, keep working on what you're working on. You played very good our last game. The rounds were good. It was 3-1, but the rounds were good. That's what matters. Perfect. That was a perfect meaty timing, otherwise I would have gotten the evade. That was good though. He went for Nitaku. That's really good. Do not feel bad that you went for throw. I only was able to hit you. I mean, yeah, I beat your throw. But the fact is right now, you did Nitaku at the proper place. So then you ask yourself, can you mix it up? If you can, that's the good thing. Good. Very good stuff. He's making choices at the right moment. So, his path is getting better. Very good. Nice. The meaty timing's perfect. Alright, good game. So, if the opponent is playing a spacing game, but they're not using like that fast long range attack, like they're not being super aggressive, then a move like that's pretty strong. Where you go, like I do, like a backdash into like a move that has a lot of hit frames. But it does lose to, like Adam Yuki will do a side kick right away to just stop me from even doing that. But the risk for Adam Yuki is if I had anticipated that side kick, then I have a few options to, like, you know, dash in and evade punish it. I would use the dash to kind of throw away some frames to increase the chance that I evade in the middle of the attack. Because when you evade, if you're targeting a move to be evaded, you want to make sure that they're in the middle of that they're in the attack when you hit evade. So throwing away frames by dashing in is one way to do that. You can interrupt the dash at any time though, so you're just using the dash to tell yourself to increase the rate, to close in the gap, but also to wait a bit before you actually evade. Alright, alright, here we go, Fuka. It's always been some good battles. A lot of times I'm attacking your VF very directly, so. Alright, very smart choices. Punish the evades, that's really good. Very nice. Alright, here we go. So he takes the lead. This is going to be really hard for me now. Yeah, does it ring out? Punishing the hesitation, or that he's late. Can he punish that? Yes, but he's got to do it faster. He's got to do it. Oh, he went for throw. That's why. Throw should have got it. So he should have had a free throw, but he did it late. He hesitated. So, or it came out late because of lag. Who knows? But if he had buffered the throw when it made contact, the throw would have landed for sure. So online, you have to do that a little more. You have less room to hesitate in online. So that's why I say do it when contact was made. Technically, you can still wait a while, but if you want to ensure that the buffering happens, you know, then if the connection feels like it, then you gotta do that. But good match, Fuka. Dreyfei's in here. Dreyfei is always a huge threat. Dreyfei is a player who really studies the game. And if you play them offline, you really see like how many different skills they have. They have a lot. They've got the movement, they've got the speed, but they've also got the knowledge. Sometimes maybe too much knowledge. They're always going for some really cool setups. Awesome. Alright, he switched to Akira. Very good. Alright, good to see you, Dreyfei. I love fighting you, always. Flight delay's okay. Still good Southern California connection. That was good. That move is really good against Leon, actually. 3P is a very underrated move, and it works against Leon. Alright, good game. I thought I got the timing right on the side kick. So, very good game. Awesome battle, J-Fei. Haha. Timing's a little off. We got this. Awesome. Completely outplayed. Good game. I thought you tried to be clever there. Very good game, DK. That was a lot of fun. I thought you were going to try to switch it up there. So that was my bad. Yeah, that was really good. Good games. Yeah, the no mix-up is the best mix-up. It's or like I like what I like to tell other people. Don't mix yourself up. Don't mix up yourself. When everybody's just like, oh, I just thought you were gonna switch to this. It's like no. It's like let the opponent prove to you that they're gonna actually switch up. You know, don't blast yourself. You know, but it's good stuff. Yep. Don't think, just do. 100%. 100%. It's one of the joys of this game is forcing you to play at a level that's hard to think at. You know, so it's what makes the guessing part so much better, actually. So. Very nice. Oh, ring out. Good. Good ring out. Yep. Alright, good game playing. Blurring throws are getting a lot better though. Still could do more, but I made it very hard. I played a lot of spacing that game. That's very hard to throw. I guess that's why Adamiki calls me Slippery Chanchai. I'll try to use the range to make it harder to throw, and then I'll do a lot of stuff that's throw punishable. So, but that's also why I play like DK will throw me like a lot. It's like those tricks don't work against him. So it's Akai and Setsuna left, alright. Look at that. DK has pretty much got this thing locked down. They would have to lose the next two for it to be a real toss-up. No, you've got it locked. As long as you win this next one, you've got it locked. You would have to lose like 2 games, and I would have to be winning the next 2. And even then, like, the score is very close. Yeah, you only have to win 1 and you got it locked down. Yep, 100, yep, exactly. Good round, good round. Very good. That was perfect. Very good. Very awesome. Good choice. Good game, Setsuna. That was awesome. Down to the wire. Awesome game, Setsuna. But DK is definitely winning this with, even on points, DK would win. So. Yep, DK's got it locked. Good, good. Congratulations, DK. And Setsuna, very good match. Very good battle. Yeah, you would. Well, you get a Twitter post always because there's always the baseball cards. The baseball cards are always out, you know. So you get a bunch. You've already got a bunch. Yeah, you'll get a Twitter post for that. Stats, I don't know. You have to ask Akai because he's not doing stats that much for. Like he's doing stats in the privately. Very nice. Good move. Use the 9K for that. Good game, Akai. That was epic. It was a good way to finish that. Good game. That was a really good way to finish that that league battle. So,
Yeah, GG Chanchai.
very, very good games. Very good comeback too. Oh man, I'm glad that I was able to edge out Dreyfei, but Dreyfei and DK Jackie were the ones who knocked me, who got my 2 losses on them. So, congratulations, DK. You now have a baseball card, and Dreyfei too. So.
Yeah, got this in it. Alright guys, thanks for playing. We will won one more league.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom really quick and I'll be right back. So, and then I'll be able to tell stories.
Alright. So for those who want to join, the room password is 0925. With five warm-up matches before I start the 3rd league of the day. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. We know that sometimes it's hard to find matches, and that's why we do these Sunday sessions, to get people together to play. Maybe Sunzuko. The more options available for people to play, the better. I would like to see some updates to this game, but who knows? Alright.
Round 2. Ready, go!
We put this on Trier. This people is playing. We still have 8 people here. Hopefully everyone stays. The more the merrier. The more people in the room, the more matches you get. There's very little wait time. No worries, Kiharu. We always usually host this weekly anyway. So if you do ever have time, we start the league session at 1 o'clock Central. So usually lasts about 2 to 3 hours. So about 3 to 4 leagues a day. 3 to 4 leagues a week. Well, next week, next Sunday, I won't be hosting because I'll be having other. I'll be going to a baseball game. Welcome, Ice Wizard. But we usually do this every Sunday, so whenever you're available and can do it, please do join. Alright, we have 4 more matches to go before we start the next league.
Okay, so I am back, and yeah, let's talk about that tournament.
Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so first off, I want to thank Virtual Kazama, Fight Club Hubs, and for organizing that event. It was a team battle tournament, which is a very ambitious thing to do in a community of our size, and it was very fun. It was successful. We had about 4 or 5 teams, and I also want to thank B Ninja for the commentary. We always, it's always good to have our commentators, always good to have our community members that are kind of helping making these events a lot more fun to follow. And we have we have a diverse audience, so it's good. So there were a lot of standout things about this event that was so much fun. I'm happy that my team, yes, took first place, but I actually think that the second place team performed like amazingly through the whole tournament, and I definitely want to talk about them. So on the second place team, I think it was A Song of Ice and Fire, or maybe A Sword of Ice and Fire, probably named after Game of Thrones. And that team has Ice Wizard, Setsuna, and Paul 68 DKMD. And I think it's a wonderful story in how well they played, because they played like a very strong team, and they're on the they are all strong, really really strong players, but they're at the higher level of development. You know, they're like playing very strong VF already, but every one of them has got goals that they're working on, and I think it came together nicely as a team because the way they played overall. And I think even though I didn't get to see as much of Paul in the action because Paul would be the third team member spot of playing, I would say that Ice Wizard and Setsuna both played, like, they're already very strong players, but they played even better than I'm usually used to seeing them play in a tournament. In that tournament, they were playing even better than what I'm used to seeing them play. I think Paul had a big effect on that. Setsuna plays Akira, and Ice Wizard plays... I'm trying to remember who Ice Wizard played John, like he's playing right now. Mm-hmm. And Ice Wizard has already been an impressive player because Ice Wizard, since like a year ago when they started playing VF, they're just very aggressive. They learned the way that I watch a player like GamerB when they are learning a new VF game, the way that GamerB plays, which is they like last year they would play super aggressive, all attack, like they would attack, they would only block for a split second, but they were defending. It's just that they would play aggressive and fast. They would focus on improving their movement and their decision making up close, just like you're watching right now against DK Jackie. In the tournament, Ice Wizard played a lot slower and a lot more measured, but was using that same pace in the exchanges, but was playing in a measured way that I really can't help but feel that Paul and Setsuna had some influence on Ice Wizard, and a positive influence. And it made it really hard because that change of pace was really hard as someone used to fighting Ice Wizard. You know, and Ice Wizard did I think Setsuna took me out a couple of times. We fought a number of times because they were the team that knocked us into the losers bracket, and then we fought them in the finals, and then we reset it to fight the grand finals, and we won that one. But it was an epic battle. But you know, only possible because Tricky dug us out of that grave in the losers bracket. Actually, I think I played good in the first final. Actually, I think I played very strong in that one. But Ice Wizard still beat me in a very close battle in the second matchup that we had before the grand final. Okay, Setsuna really had a good amount of they were not doing so much hop kicking. They were doing it just at the right moments in all the matches I watched them play, and I really feel that their teammate helped them kind of see when to do it, when not to do it. So again, this was a good synergy. The teams played awesome, and that team really played that was what you want to see in the team battle tournament, is watching the team members work together and kind of play in a way that that they're playing better even than normal, because and I can't help but feel that the team aspect was a reason for that. They're awesome players already, but the level I saw them play that day was really good. Another story then is my team. So in my team, once we put Tricky on my team, Tricky's like the ringer. Is gonna help us win our team battles if I can't do it, right? And I told Sisha to just have fun and just get match experience. And my point of them being on my team and what I wanted to do on my team was just giving us experience and a fun way to play VF together. But our team became way more competitive once we had Tricky in. But Tricky was awesome at both Tricky and I were helping Sisha before the tournament, and every time that we were not in a match, we actually would spar. And it wasn't too complicated. I wasn't trying to give too many complicated instructions to Sisha, but what we did do was we forced Sisha to kind of see how Nitaku works and how to apply it. And we forced them to do like when you block low punch, do an elbow. And we trained them. I said, you're not going to see this until you're actually doing this a lot. But so this is our opportunity to do that. So for a few games, I would have Sisha just elbow after blocking low punch and see the timing, feel how fast you got to do it. And the reason why people miss it, because you can't just do it on a whim. You kind of have to know that low punch is coming and you're doing it. But then I showed them how to do Nitaku after that. and that helps Sisha kind of see a lot more, and how to set up combos. And then
good.
when with Tricky sparring in, we worked on a couple things, but we really kept it simple. And then we saw Sisha, like, yeah, they lost quite a bit, but they actually, I think they did beat Setsuna one time. They definitely had a couple wins in the tournament that were very impressive. They gave the second place team a run for their money, actually, in like in the finals. And so Sisha showed, like, even though Sisha is playing at like below level rank 20 or below level 20, they were playing like as like a good level 30 in the tournament, which was awesome to see.
Was he
And
using Blaze?
yeah, using Blaze.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it was more of like, okay, this is how you set up your launcher, and then like also, you know, like the decision is actually not that hard, but you have to just train you got to train yourself to have the reflex to do the mix up, and that's what we were working on. And once they had that, you would see them do it in the game. They would just do basic Nitaku, like, okay, so I like block this and I'll do like mid or throw, like launcher or throw, and then you would see them. Yeah, if they lost some damage, but if they won the decision, they like did a huge amount of damage, and it just does so much for the game, for their game. So that was a good experience.
Alright. So just almost finishing up this last match. So if we don't finish talking about you, we'll continue letting you go over your experience after the third league.
Yep.
But we should be this should be the last match for this intermission. And thanks for joining Jinx and Ice Wizard. So we got 11 people.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, thanks.
How many teams total actually?
I honestly think it was only 4 teams. At the very least,
Okay.
I only fought like 3 teams. So what I would say about that is, you could do the format they did, which was double elimination, because it can be really draining to do a team battle tournament. I actually think in general we're not really ready to do team battle tournaments. I think we're ready for team battle matches. We'll talk after. Good luck,
Okay.
and see everybody in a bit. All right, DK Jackie's Wolf. This is gonna be fun. Move my drink so my hand doesn't hit it. Jimmy, good to see you. I had guessed right, but it just doesn't work because it's Ultimate Showdown. Like in Final Showdown, that always works. Like the 4P plus K under mid rising attack. DK might be an Eileen main at heart. Yeah, you saw me reach over for the lag switch, right? So, so, man, it's, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna find out all these streamers have stream decks, and the whole reason is because they've got lag switches and auto block buttons on them. I'm no. I'm the I'm the cousin from Puerto Rico. You know, so you know, all kidding aside, it was a fun battle. It definitely felt like your responses were slow, so I was wondering about, like, I wasn't feeling the lag badly or anything like that, but it wasn't playing at the DK speed of action. So
Round two. Ready, go! Round three. Ready,
good game, Fuka. Fuka's Akira is very good. I just feel like against me, I need to rewatch the matches and see if maybe what it is I feel like they need to throw more. It's hard because with Akira has to really read hard on their decisions, and this actually makes it very hard to be like to play as Akira. But when you make good guesses, you do huge damage, right? And so usually, like, the guard break doesn't seem to be something that they're gonna do until like the third time I've defended something, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of free evades and free evade cancels. But I need to also look at the spacing in the rematches to see if that's if the reason's because of my movement and my spacing, or if the reason's because they're just not throwing. Okay, Ice Wizard is fine. Okay, awesome. I think I see what Ice Wizard's doing. I have a strong feel for it, but it's really good what they're working on. Too much Abari. Too much attack. So, yeah, lots of movement and attack. Very good games. No, very, very good games. I see what you're working on, so keep it up. It is good, though. Like, as long as you're guessing correct, Go has, like, huge damage. And I think that's what you were going for, right? It was just, okay, as long as I get good guesses. And so it was really fun stuff. Really fun stuff. I was hoping to have more guarantees than I did, so I was using options that weren't guaranteed after evade, but that was really good stuff. We'll keep it up, and again, I like your method of learning a character, Ice Wizard. I think it reminds me of the way GamerB learns characters in VF when I watch GamerB play VF. So. Man, but your movement's even more crisp than ever. So, lots of fun stuff. I think when Final Showdown came out, GamerB played quite a bit, and Taiwan had a really fun event when they were learning VF. And it's just that, GamerB has been in this position where they want to play games for a living, and the only way that they're going to do that is Street Fighter. So, but I do like that GamerB still loves VF at heart, And I didn't know that GamerB was supposed to be the Taiwan representative for VF3 at Max Battle, but they couldn't get the passport at the time, so the second place player got it. Yeah, well, that's exactly why. Is he sticks to the games that pay. Crap, I'm fighting Drafe. I can't take this lightly. Huh, okay, that's right, I'm minus after that, so. Because I didn't have a back turn. That was beautiful. Drafe read me 100% that round. Completely read every option. Good game. The Abari wins. He hesitated. If he did the uppercut right away, I lost. So sometimes that random elbow works. So good game. Sorry for the finish. That finish was kind of like in tennis when you hit the ball and when you get a let. So when the ball hits the net and goes over, that's like what that finish was like. So it was that his uppercut came late for whatever reason, like because he was confirming, and so my elbow hit him. So it takes a lot of frames for that to happen. So sorry, Drafe, but thank you for the match, and I thought that was a really good game. So. Alright, let me Ooh, we got the Battle of the Akiras. Let me ban this person here really quick.
Round one. Ready?
There we go. Poof. It was really fun watching these two fight.
Round two. Ready? Go!
I do like that shoulder from the crouch from the 1-1.
Round three. Ready? Go!
Well, mine does because my computer's on the verge of dying. So, and everyone's computer has a mind of their own because we're in an era of online with lots and lots of malware all over the place, including the routers. So there's just so much garbage and junk and really bad stuff in everybody's online computers now. So yes, our computers have a mind of their own, so to speak. Or at least they have a mind that doesn't completely follow what we want our computers to follow. Setsuna's been doing more fuzzy guard lately, and I really like seeing that. Like, it's something that I've wanted to see them do more of, and so I'm happy to see that it's coming. It's getting there. Yeah. I don't know if Nero is is a traditional Japanese name, you know. But of course, I know PK is always trolling. So, the tallest man I've ever seen, I cannot remember. You know something that is cool though. So Nero, you're in Italy, right? And I haven't gone much in Europe, but I went to the UK. When I was in England, I saw lots of different people of all different ethnic backgrounds, and so I saw people that were tall and short, like a lot. And in the U.S., I'm used to seeing everybody close to 6 feet, and maybe people that are like 5'5", right? And only a few short people and a few really tall people. But almost everybody's like close to 6 foot. I'm gonna die. I love that step. I love that step. Punish the evade. Punish the evade. So good. Every time I keep thinking he's gonna mix up, I mix myself up. So good. Well, Europe is tall and short. I see like the whole spectrum in Europe. Like that is the most height diversity I've ever seen was in Europe. And like Asia, you don't see it, right? Asia, everybody's like around 5'7", 5'6". I swear that should be punishable, but it's not. Yeah, it's Nitaku, right? But yeah, you're right. So- until I throw. Okay, that was the problem when you don't let go of guard when you wake up. If you hold guard and it goes past the meaty time, it turns into neutral. It turns into like you're not pressing guard, and so like that's why the elbow was because me trying to do a throw escape. Ah, that was a good game. Good game. So what it is in this game, Final Showdown, Ultimate Showdown, meaty is there's a part of meaty that's coded. That's kind of like you know how Jean. Thank you so much for the battle combo expert. That was an awesome battle. So you know how Jean has 6 XP and it hits you, and there's like this like few frames meaty. There's few frames where you cannot like you cannot attack, right? You cannot evade, right? When you wake up, there's a similar thing called meaty timing. If you do like Ukemi tech roll and you hold guard right away, and you don't let go of guard, when you after the meaty timing, that guard will not register anymore. So it's like you're not holding guard, but you're still holding everything else. And that's why when you do 6P to do throw escape forward, you do an elbow. It really sucks. You have to like let go of guard and then press guard again. And I screwed up by not letting go of guard. I'm not really sure. Nero, I'm not sure. I need to reread that question. I think it's easier to be in the wrong place at the right time. But that's negativity bias speaking. Thank you for the game, Space Time. Maybe I'm a right place at the wrong time kind of person though too. That's a good point though. It's a good cryptic tip that you're giving, which is if basically testing the opponent is actually the way you should play VF, because this is a game where you should be imposing the read, or you should be testing them, and it's actually a really good way to do it, because that also takes out the whole you're trying to do what you want to do as a problem in this game. Wrong place at the wrong time is the human condition, DK. Murphy's Law. But in the restaurant, wrong place at the right time happens a lot. You should see how many times equipment fails on Friday. Equipment's always fail on Friday, right? But that's negativity bias. We forget how many times they fail on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when we can get a repairman at the normal rate. But also, what Nira is saying is actually a very powerful thing about VF is that you should be, when you get good enough, you need to be playing in a way that's testing your opponent as opposed to trying to do something. I mean, that's how I interpret what they said. I could be wrong. But how I interpret it was a suggestion. And it's a really powerful one. Really? My execution's bad right now. Alright, thank you for the battle, Jinx. Your go's a little too aggressive. It's a little too aggressive. But it's good. It's a lot of fun. It's funny that I'm saying that because everybody feels I'm too aggressive, and that's probably true too. But, yeah. Good combo experts run. Combo expert, you're doing it, my friend. Thank you for the compliments, Scope Judge. It's Combo Expert is teaching everybody how to fight against Lao and how to fight against Koke. And I really am happy to have this battles with Combo Expert. So like, you saw how many times he did dash, like he did Koke dash because he punished me for evading, and I kept falling for it every time, dash into upper. Yeah, oh, everybody wants rollback. That goes without saying. But yeah, Drefe, I do want it because I love fighting you in offline so much. I love fighting you, period, Drefe, though. Yeah, I do need to launch this Koke, though. I'm being way too... Okay, let's do this Setsuda. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Vermont, it's good to see you. He does do it, he just does it less. Good game, Setsuna. That's a lot of fun. Oh, very nice. I look forward to checking out your Kobe Bryant theme. And where can I check it out? Which YouTube is yours again? So maybe not a spoiler, but I'll ask you on private message though. Man, but I do want to check it out. Let's see here. Alright, Ice Wizard Drafe, takedown combo expert. No, but I'll be happy if combo expert wins. He's gonna fully commit. Okay. That's the classic trap. Really? How come I can't block? Yep. I'm gonna lose this one. I just have no mindset right now. Okay. Alright, good game, guy. Into the, is he gonna play slow or is he gonna play fast meta? And I need to just play fast and make good guesses. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know, Jimmy Drippy. I wish California wasn't always so behind on the internet, but it's in this game in particular, the servers don't like Southern California. I don't know why. I really don't.
Round two. Ready, go!
Very good.
Round three. Ready,
Began blurring. Those first two rounds, he was really scaring the crap out of me. Really, really good stuff. But yep, he wins automatically. Combo Expert's gonna win. He's got plus 16. So even if he loses, he's gonna have more points than me. Yep, 1 point difference. But they're gonna also win this, so it's different. Yeah, look at that. Congratulations, Combo Expert, winning by a match, but also 1 point. That was awesome. Very good. Congratulations, my friend. Really happy to see that.
Alright, so congratulations, Combo, Chanchai, DK.
I'm really glad that Combo Wizard took that and won. And even if they lost, I think they would have won by, it would have been like a tie, or they would have won by like 1 point. So, that's really good. That was awesome. It's a good
Right,
battle.
again,
This was a very fun league.
Oh, thanks again, everyone, for participating. And just let Chanchai go over the team tournament. I still have some questions for him too.
All right, yeah. So, really quick one. The last point I'll probably make is just that I had a lot of fun with the team battle tournament. I do love team battles. I think a way that we can do team battles in the North American VF community is actually similar to what is arranged matches, kind of like a matchup that happens maybe every 1 or 2 weeks. Every week would be more hype. That every week that there would be like a highlight match where it's like this team versus this team, and they're going to train for a week, and then they're going to fight each other at this scheduled day and time on this particular stream with commentator. I think that is a really good way to do team battles, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. And you could do 3, you could do 4 or 5. I think start with 3 is good. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. That said, I had an awesome time. Virtual Kazama and Fight Club Hubs did a great job. Thank you very much, Tricky, for being on our team. Thank you, Sisha, for being on our team. It was such a wonderful experience, and I had the best time.
So you still you think so I guess when you were playing on the online portion, did you guys actually get in party chat, or how do you guys communicate with each other on the team?
So they were running the tournament from the stream, and they just said that everybody kind of knew when it was their turn. If there were a lot of teams, they would have definitely needed to use like Discord or something, because that would be very hard.
I mean, with your own teammates, was there able?
So my teammates, we use Discord because normally with Sisha, I might talk with them on like Messenger, and Tricky, I would normally talk on like Twitter, but I made sure to do a conference call with everybody on Discord, and I told them what time we would get ready, which was 30 minutes before the tournament, mainly because this was happening like 2 hours after league, so I felt that we needed an hour and a half after the league last week to have time for doing whatever we need to do at home and have our meals. So. DK, you do not qualify as a development player, so you know. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah. Any other? Was there more? Did you want another part of that question or another question?
So you say you would prefer to do a different type of format, just because North America's. Did you say you want to do this like a weekly schedule?
Like a matchup, like a fight card, like boxing, or like UFC, or like WWE even. And the reason is because it's already a challenge to do tournaments. A lot of people that intend to play in a tournament may end up not being able to play in the tournament on the day of. And so when you do team battle tournaments, this is a bigger deal. And every team would need to have an alternate, but in the pool of active players right now, I think you want to hit a threshold where you're able to field like maybe 2 tournaments before doing a team battle tournament if you want to do a lot. But a small team battle tournament is still a lot of fun. So you can make it clear, like, look, if we only have less than this, if we have like X number of teams or less, we're gonna do round robin format or like group match with playoff, then that's cool. But
you still prefer the winner stays on and single eliminate, or the style.
That's up to the organizer. But I just think the problem with team battle tournaments is there could be downtime, but it's mostly just the amount of players that are going to drop on the day of, that are going to be suddenly something comes up in real life.
That's the issue with almost all online tournaments, right?
Yeah, right. But who does it affect? In a normal tournament, that player is responsible for themselves, so now they're out of it. That's fine. But they can cause a team to not be in the tournament. So the problem, so it's the same issue, but when it happens with an individual, it doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt the tournament much, right? Unless it's like a lot of individuals. But in a team battle, that one player can cost the whole team, and sometimes the alternate turns out not available too. So it's just one of those, like, you're asking for Murphy's Law to come into effect. And so that's my concern is that I feel like it's another one of those economies of scale problems. When you have a lot of players, then there's a higher chance that you can fill in the teams that need filling in, and something can be improvised. And online, has lower commitment than an offline event. An offline event, you definitely can see who's kind of not showing up, and you can have a stronger cutoff time and adhere to it better. Online, there's kind of a lot of give, but it's also kind of should be. But online has lower commitment. In offline tournaments, you can see the problem with low commitment when you have a tournament that has no entrance fee. So when you have a tournament that has no entrance fee offline, you will see a lot of people register and not show up. But so the function of the tournament entrance fee is to have a little more commitment, to have a little more person being there. But even in real life with like airline travel, a huge number of people do not come to the flight that they booked
that's-
themselves on.
I noticed like a lot of the offline events. There's a lot of people disqualified because they didn't show up. So
Yes. So it happens in general. It's a reality that you manage, but in a community of like in the player pool that we have right now, that team not showing up really changes a lot. But it also becomes like, how long do we want to wait to allow somebody to possibly be able to show up? And then, but then, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just saying that it's a logistical challenge, but it also means that that tournament runs a long time. Team battle tournaments will run a lot longer than the normal tournament will run. So it's just more that, you know, just understand the commitment's huge, and the players that do show up are going to be like stretched on a longer schedule than they probably expected. And it's not a terrible thing, but it can be. But it's just more practical to say, why don't we highlight a match? We can have a match arena. Those players, we can donate to the team that wins. And you build hype and you promote the game. And you give people personalities and a team to follow and to cheer for, right? Similar to baseball, similar to, you know, a sports league is not everybody playing in the same day, you know. Though in baseball we're watching people play 3 games over a weekend, so you know.
Every day is a single game usually, so that's how, you know. Usually it's 2 or 3 series.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the things that now that this is the last Sunday session for the 3rd quarter, and so we'll be starting a new session, a 4th quarter race for the stats and stuff, starting in October. And also next weekend I will not be hosting. I'll be actually attending a baseball game. So I'll be hosting again in 2 weekends most likely. But if someone else plan something out for Sunday, that'd be great. Keep the momentum going.
I'm looking forward to it, but I am treating next Sunday as the off-season day, so
Okay.
so I'm gonna take my kids out on a Sunday. You know,
That's good. Spend time with your family. But I will be. I need to catch up on some stuff for the league. But I'm not sure. You remember how you saw that the fake tricky BF card that I made? There's a part where I wrote independent on that card. That was what I was hoping later on, maybe put everyone's team faction or what side you want to be considered aligned to, and so that I told you before, like keep track of people's their faction success in the league. Hoping to foster more of a community where people is getting together outside league to play with each other and help each other out. But don't know if that's going to work prepared now, but that's something I want to try to implement.
Yeah, it's good stuff, and I loved that. I do love the stats you've been keeping track of, and I'm looking forward to the quarterly report. But at the same time, I am jealous of Tricky having a card, so having a card with stats. But it's all good.
If you don't mind, I'll use you as an example in the next time I make something up to explain the different stats.
I don't mind. I would love it. I would be honored. But that said, again, I had the best time with the team battle tournament. If people want to do team battle tournament, I'm all for it. I was just highlighting the challenges with doing that and the headache you might have if you endeavor to do that, if you want it to be like a big event. But also setting the community expectations that you should totally do these events. They're so much fun, but they might be smaller in scale. But my recommendation is doing hype matches. Like it could be a main card and an undercard. So you could have, Team Akai versus Team DK Jackie. And we know that in a week from now that's going to happen. So everybody be there to watch it. Choose the team that you're going to cheer for. Treat it like a Splatfest, and if you want. But it's just fun, and it is part of the factioning too. And then we'll have a different team versus a different team, and we could figure that out, But we could also have an undercard. We could have another team battle that's happening before the highlighted battle. you know, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think team battles are a wonderful thing, and I think we can do them. But if we keep the scale down, I think we can do them very regularly, and it would be just a nice 1 to 2 hours of everyone's time every week to have fun and watch it. Yeah, team exhibition. So I think those would be amazing.
Start small. That would what I would do if I won some type of team day. Start small.
Yes. And I think so, you know. I mean, it goes without saying, right? A team battle tournament would have more complexity. A less complex event could happen and could also still generate the same amount of viewers and hype. And it also gives people a team to root for and against. And so that's fun too, you know? We could have, like, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to propose some preposterous matchups that might offend some people. I had some funny ideas in my mind, but I'm like, I'll keep that to myself, you know, so because that might never happen, you know. So,
but yeah, I would say start small. Like if I was going to do something like extra, I would say like, I would make a team, and then I know you're someone who I could rely usually upon, and you make a team, even start with just 2 people each, and which everyone actually play match against each other. I mean, the idea of the Japanese style tournament is also because time limitations, right? So I think that's why that one player is winner stays on, and some players don't actually get matches in. But we should at least take advantage of online. Where we could actually get everyone matches if they participate. So I think that's one of the success of the league is that everyone get matches in. It's not necessarily my stream is not necessarily a very great stream. It's meant more for just that people know, hey, we're winning a league, so people could get their matches in.
I think the league gives us a lot of fun things to do, right? It gives us, everyone that participates, they get matches. They get a lot of matches. They get a density of matches they don't get in any other mode, right? And so I think this is one of the amazing things that VF did with this, or any game that has this format, you know? And so it's a format to keep for the future, and it's a wonderful format, but it is harder to organize and get people to do regularly. And it needs regularity, and streaming helps a lot. So because of that, on Sundays people have this 3-hour period where they only have to commit maybe less than an hour for themselves, but we commit about 3 hours ourselves to make sure that this is happening, and that it's fun, and that people get their matches in. And then in the weekdays we'll try to do something similar, and it's awesome. But I think with team battle, what is fun, and doesn't have to be like everybody in the community, it can just be the few motivated individuals that really want to do a team battle against another. I like what Himejan did say about how in Japan it built up both the teamwork builds up like a productivity, because now players are trying to help each other get better as a team. And then it also, and we saw that in our team battle, and I saw that in the other teams. When I talk about Ice Wizard, Setsuna, and Paul didn't get to play much because Setsuna and Ice Wizard were so successful. But at the same time, you could feel Paul's influence on their play. And you can see Ice Wizard and Setsuna playing with a stronger awareness, and with just like they were pretty scary to fight against that day. They beat me up quite a bit. So, and almost, I think Ice Wizard was the one who beat Tricky. And so, it was good stuff, and it just through that event we did see players playing better, and I think that speaks alone for it. So I think it's a wonderful format for those that want to take their game to a next level, but also want to have competition and fun. And
when I tried doing this a little bit of the local St. Louis players too, at least because it's too few people, but try to play a team format wise with Colorado group. it's I find fun just having my teammate next to me and then give some tips here and there, or cheer them on. It's a very fun.
It
Trying
is.
trying to be able to get that. Yeah, I still think we're a little too early to get a very move on team.
Right. And when I say that, it's not because of the culture, it's because of the numbers, and it's also because of the complexity of running it, and I'd say only half of people that have run tournaments understand why they're difficult to run or what the challenges are in doing them well, So, it's one of those things that it's a skill in its own. But but I'm all for more matchups, and I think team battle, finding a way to put it in North American VF is fun. Europe already kind of does some team battles too, I think. So, yeah.
What do they? I don't hear much from Europe too much no more. So hear from what perspective.
It's definitely hard to. It's hard to. I don't know what the best place is to talk about it is. It might be their own EU VF Discord though. And if it is, that's one of the problems. Okay, I said problem, that was a bias. It's one of the challenges in this era is how many private ways people are communicating so people don't actually have a good read on how many players are available, or like I miss out on a lot of North American VF events just because they're only advertised either on Discord or only on Twitter or only on Facebook, and it's hard to follow everything everywhere all at once. To cite a movie, so.
But yeah, I won't be hosting it until 2 weekends from now. Thanks again to everyone for watching. I'm about to head out.
Same here. I'm going to do my house projects. Everyone, thank you very, very much. This was a wonderful time, and I had a wonderful Sunday. Next week, I am taking a break, and Akai is. However, keep following Twitter and your socials to see if there's going to be somebody else running a league for next Sunday. But I plan to do family time that Sunday. So I still plan to stream VF soon, but I need to do my house projects first. Then I can stream more and, not have the hell that is a wife being upset at me. So, but until then, I do plan to be in VF very soon again. And I miss playing with a lot of you. I had an awesome time playing with everyone I played today. DK Jackie, thank you so much for joining the league today. It's really fun having you in there. I enjoy your humor. You'll probably say it's not your humor, but crap, I am jumping out of this thing.
Okay, I'm going to log out now, so I'll talk to you later, Chanchai.
Alright, talk to you later. I will say that Himejan was offering one thing from their perspective that could help. They're not saying that's the final solution, but I do think that what they said is a good point, and it's something that's good to add. But for me, putting the team battles not because Himejan said so. It's because team battles have always been really fun. I did a team battle event. Sega Cup we had team battles, but also when I've run a few gatherings or participated in some majors, we set up some team battles and they were always fun. So it's just for me, it's something that's always been fun to do, and so it's a fun topic, and it's a topic today because we had a team battle tournament last week. So that's why we're talking about it. Himejan definitely has bias, but a lot of everyone does. And a lot of the Japanese players do have some kind of a bias with certain things, right? Because the way that they're seeing it, they're coming from an atmosphere where there used to be arcade access. So they had a lot of players, and they ignored the volume, right? I also, as a good reminder that Europe is awesome to look at because the quality of players in Europe, you guys have such strong level of play for what seems like a very small scene that's spread out all over the place. But it does seem like there's a cluster in Italy, a tiny one. There's a couple strong players in France. There's some strong players in England, and I know there's players in Germany, but everyone is spread apart. And the internet, I heard the online sucks, like even worse in EU. but the quality, the self-study, the knowledge seems quite strong, and the discipline, frankly. And I even saw it when I fought against players from EU. You know, that there is a discipline in their game that is really like, you know, Americans are not the most disciplined players, right? When Japanese players come here, like when Yosuke's here, and he's only one example of Japanese I've talked to that say this. They're just always like, why do Americans always want to do the wrong thing? And I agree, you know, like a lot of times us Americans start with like kind of the wrong thing because we're starting with what we want to do as opposed to what the game says we should do, right? Almost always it's about, I want to hit them with this move. I want to launch this way. I want to win with that. And there's some good parts to it, but there's a lot of bad stuff in between and then developing. But then eventually there is a fun aspect, like a wildness that some players can have from such a mindset, you know. Yeah, Himeta comes from where you can do that. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, just like where I'm saying, yep, I think you're agreeing with my point that team battle, the problem with a team battle tournament is just flat out the numbers. You know, you're like, how are you going to manage that? Like, it's using like every player that we know, you know, just to have a normal tournament size, you know. So yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think we're agreeing, right? Yeah. So that said, the thing with Pakistan, there really were stories of people saying that Pakistan has a strong scene. It's just that nobody can travel outside Pakistan. Nobody can make it to international tournaments. But they themselves had a very strong scene of dedicated players. Like you, Nero, in EU, you're like the Arslan Ashford VF in Europe, right? So and it's like, but that in Pakistan there's a lot of strong level players, is what I've heard, right? Or at least like the group that's strong is really strong. Yeah. It's an interesting point, yeah. But yeah, he would be wrong to say that, yeah. DK, no, it's if you're talking to Ice Wizard, I don't know. But if you're talking about me, Leon has spacing. Leon's like punch low, like 2P creates a little slightly more space. Like he has a slightly longer low punch. So Leon can be deceptive with the low punch if we're talking about Leon. Commitment, because if you're playing on reaction, your game is going to be more susceptible to the lag effect unless you make those adjustments. But I know that both DK and Nero are capable of doing that. So, but I also know DK sometimes likes to. It's like a joke, not a joke. It's like it's a reality-based joke. It's like it's a sentiment. It's like what the hell. But yeah, but he's not so stressed out about it, and is not going to go to war over it. So. I appreciate DK not go to war over things like that. So. Yeah. But Leon's low punches are always plus because of range. Range is a funny factor in this game. Like, freaking, I forgot what Kage's move is 6P plus K. Like, looks like Nitaku, but the range changes what that actually means. Meaning that it's not actually Nitaku. Unless your character's got a really fast, super long range mid launcher. Yeah. Alright, thank you guys so much. We're going to raid. Let's see here. And I will try to do more Virtua Fighter, but I've got to take care of my house first.
Round one. Ready?
Hold on, still sending them off to the other stream, but I'll be out there. Did Kendall want to? Is she able to come or?
Yeah, he said that he's gonna come at 2:30.
2:30, no problem. Okay.
Excellent. Round two. Ready, go! Excellent.
All right.
Round three. Ready, go!
What I don't use is